Welcome to this course Basic Manufacturing Process Unit 2 and Lecture 26 Non-Ferrous Metals Continue. Agenda for today I present in this video non-ferrous metals like nickel and its alloy, monal metal, inconel, inconel, nichrome, nichromius, Nicronius and other advanced material alloys, magnesium, candium, vanadium, antimony. इत्यादि all the very important metals in the non-ferrous metals and its alloy. Nickel alloy. Nickel alloy in a first metal or in first alloy monal metal. What is the monal metal? It it is an alloy of 68% nickel, 29% copper, and a small amount of aluminum or manganese. In the composition of the monal metal 68% nickel, 29% copper, and a small amount of aluminum and manganese. Other it's is a white it is a very white material, touch and the ductile metals. Other it can be rapidly machined, it can be welded and the heat treated. It is the resistant to corrosion. It is resistant to corrosion. It has high strength. It has high strength at the elevated temperature. It is used in the form of rod, sheet, wire, and welded turbines of the turbining widely used and other application of monal metal widely used for the structural and machine components and parts, steam turbines and blades. Other second metal is the second metal nichrome. Nichrome is the chemical composition of the nichrome alloy metals. It consists of the 65% nickel and 15% copper, 15% chromium, and 20% Fe iron. And it's the application of the nichrome nichrometal u- nichromelum used widely for the resistance wire, uh, for the electrical application. Nickel alloys and third metal inconel it is contain 80% nickel, 14% chromium, and it's the rest of iron. It can be used for parts that are exposed to high temperature for extended period. It is less reactive than nichrome to added. It can be cast, rolled, and cold drawn. It is used for making spring which have to withstand high temperatures and the exposed to the corrosion action. Nichrome, ni- Mnemonic metals or the mnemonic metal in the consist of the 80% Ni and it and 20% of chromium. Mnemonics has the excellent properties of the very high temperature very high temperature they contain the composition of the 15 to 18% chromium and 15 to 18% cobalt, 3.5 to 5% molybdenum, and remainder is nickel. Other advanced materials and alloy. Manganese is the very advanced material. The main ore of the magnesium are dolomite, magnesium or dolomite CaCO3 into MgCO3, dolomite CaCO3 into MgCO3, magnesite MgCO3. It is it is highlights metal use as the engineering engineering material. It is harder than the aluminum. It is the application of the magnesium. It is the employed in the form of sheet, wire, rod, and tubes. The magnesium Rowan is now chiefly used for the designification of radio tubes and other advanced materials of the candium. It is the probably for the first metal that was not discovered in an ore. It may be obtained by the electrolytic methods or the precipitation with the metallic metallic zinc. A white metal it is a white metal with the white metal the blues of the things and capable of taking a high polished it is the melting point is 321 degrees celsius. Other advanced material is candium. It is slightly harder than tin. Is harder than it is slightly harder than tin, but is soft than zinc. It is malleable and ductile. It is the chiefly used in the an- antification alloys for the bearings. It is also used as the rust and roof casting for iron and steel. Bolts nut it application of the advanced material of the candium bolts nut and other small parts employed in the automobiles manufacturers, refrigerators, locks, and the wire products. Wire product are the plate with it. Of the advanced material alloy antimony. It is the found in a free in nature. It is found in free in nature, but the chief but it is the cheap or is the suitable SB SB2S3 SB2S3. It is the silver white. It is a silver white hard highly crystalline, and so the brittle that it may be rapidly rapidly powered under the hammer. Under the hammer, at the melting point of the 630 degrees Celsius of the antimony advanced materials. Other advanced materials and alloys antimony a continue present. It is mostly used it is more application of the antimony material. It is used as an alloying element with the most of the heavy metals. The metals with a high antimony, the most the is most commonly alloyed are the lead, tin, copper इत्यादि. Other advanced material and alloy of the vanadium. Vanadium is the very advanced material. The important ore of the vanadium is a patronate V2S9 patronite patronite V2S9. The preparation of the pure vanadium is a different difficult the and very little is the very little produced commonly for the containing the metals acceptable method, and they are the reduction of the discoloride 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 with the hydrogen and the electrolysis of vanadium and the electrolysis of the vanadium trioxide. It is the silver white in color. It is silver white in color. Why it is silver white in colors. It is silver white in colors. Color it's the melting point of each 1710 degrees Celsius of the vanadium advanced material. It is the harder than the quartz, but insufficiently malleable and touch so that when the heated to a suitable temperature it may be rolled hardened into rod and drawn into the wire hardened into rod and drawn into the wire. The chief of the vanadium is the manufacturer of alloy steel. Manufacturer of vanadium is steel. Bearing material. Very important of the other is bearing materials. bearing bearing support of the moving part. Bearing support the moving part such as soft spindles of the machine mechanisms. Bearing may be classified as rolling rolling contact wall and roller bearing. Plain bearing. Rolling contact bearing are almost invariable made of steel that can be hardened after the machining. Both plain carbon and alloy nickel nickel chromium. The composition of the plain carbon. Both plain carbon of alloy nickel chromium ammo mono steels are employed for employed for different applications for the making plain wearing and extremely wide range of the material is available. Thank you so much.